Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am your Suresh. You are watching Erola Suresh YouTube channel. Friends, in this video let's talk about blood transfusions and blood donations. Already in the last session we have discussed regarding the blood groups in human beings. Okay, watch this video completely because it is very important topic. It is not only important for examination point of view, it is general issue. Everybody has to know this topic. So if you like this video, please share this video to your friends and give your valuable comment. And before that, if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe to my channel and press on bell icon. Okay. Now, who can donate, who can receive? Generally, at the time of meeting with an accident or at the time of injury, the blood is lost from the body. If the blood is lost, automatically that may lead to the death of any person. So immediately the blood has to be transfused into the body of the patient. First of all, let's try to understand what is blood transfusion. Blood transfusion means injecting the blood of one person into the body of other person. That is blood transfusion. At the time of blood transfusion, the blood is collected out from the donor through an artery and the same blood is injected into the patient or into the recipient body through a vein. This is what blood transfusion. If the blood is not tested and if it is transfused into any person, automatically that may lead to death also even after the injection of blood. Why? What is the reason? Sometimes that may lead to the process of agglutination. What is agglutination? Agglutination means clumping of blood cells. Clumping of blood cells means here simply the masses of blood cells is formed in blood. Generally, blood cells will not attach with each other. They simply flow in plasma freely. But at the time of clumping, all the blood cells, they form a mass of blood cells or simply they form a group of blood cells. That is called agglutination. If masses are formed in the blood vessels, automatically that masses of blood cells, they obstruct or they disturb the flow of blood, so that leads to death of that person. So agglutination takes place due to the reaction between antigen and antibody. So before blood transfusion, the blood has to be checked and it must be tested whether it is suitable to the blood of recipient or not. Okay, at the time of blood transfusion, which factors are to be taken into consideration? Mainly two things are to be taken into consideration. First one is we should check whether the blood group of donor is suitable to the blood group of recipient or not. Okay. And first one, okay, the blood group simply matched with the blood group of recipient. And what is second factor? Even after matching of both the blood groups of donor and recipient, we should concentrate on RH factor. What is RH factor? RH factor is present, the blood group will be positive. If RH factor is absent, the blood group will be negative. So we must concentrate on RH factor, whether the blood group is positive blood group or negative blood group. And what is the blood group of recipient, positive or negative, and the blood group of donor, positive or negative. These things are to be taken into consideration. Otherwise what happens? Let's see. For example, if the donor blood group is positive, if recipient blood group also positive, there will be no problem, the blood matches. If the donor blood group is negative and recipient blood group also negative, what happens? Both the blood groups matches, there will be no problem at all. And if the donor blood group is negative but the recipient blood group is positive, what happens? No problem, both the blood matches. Okay, if the donor blood group is positive and recipient blood group is negative, what happens? There will be problem. That problem is simply agglutination takes place that leads to death of that person. So by this reason, we should take RH factor into consideration. For example, we think that recipient blood group is AB and donor blood group is A. So what do we think generally? Yes, AB, they can receive blood from any person because they are universal recipients, and A, he can donate to AB blood group. So simply A blood group is transfused into the blood group of AB person. Okay, without concentrating on RH factor, and we have injected the blood group of A into the blood group of AB. But what happens? Let's concentrate on second factor. Here, the recipient is having AB negative blood group and the donor is A positive blood group. We thought that both the blood groups are matched, but we did not think about RH factor. What happens in this case? Recipient is having AB negative and the donor is having AB positive. So, even after the injection of A blood group into AB blood group, automatically the person dies. Why dies? Here, donor blood group is A positive and here recipient blood group is AB negative. By this reason, we should concentrate, we should check whether the blood group is positive or negative. So these are the things, or these are the precautions must be taken into consideration at the time of blood transfusion. Okay, now we have understood. Now let's concentrate who can donate and who can receive. Here, these are the donor blood groups and these are the recipient blood groups. For example, the donor blood group is A positive. Here, this person can donate blood to A positive blood group and AB positive blood group only. Okay, not to A negative, not to AB negative. What is the reason? Here we think that A blood group same. So if A positive blood group is injected into AB negative blood group, what happens? That leads to agglutination process. Already we have learned here, if the recipient blood group is negative and the donor blood group is positive, the blood should not be given to negative blood group. So A positive blood group can be given to A positive blood group only, and A positive blood group can be given to AB positive also, not to AB negative. Okay, next, if the donor blood group is A negative, and they can donate to A negative blood group and A positive blood group also. Here negative people, if the donor blood group is negative, here if the donor is having negative and the recipient is positive, there will be no problem at all. So the persons having negative blood groups, they can donate to positive blood groups also. But the persons having positive blood groups, they should not donate to negative blood groups. We should understand this one. And next, A negative blood group, they can donate to A negative blood group and A positive blood group and AB negative blood group and AB positive blood group. And next one, B positive. If the person is having B positive blood group, and that person can donate to B positive blood group and AB positive only, not to negative blood groups. And next, B negative. Here, B negative blood group people, they can donate to B negative and B positive also, and AB negative and AB positive also. And next, AB positive blood group, the people having AB positive blood group, they can donate to AB positive only, not to AB negative, because already we know, if they donate to AB negative blood group, what happens automatically? That leads to agglutination. So, AB positive can donate to AB positive only. And next, AB negative. Here, AB negative can donate to AB negative and they can donate to AB positive also. What is the reason? Here, the reason already we understood. If the donor blood group is negative and the recipient blood group is positive, there will be no problem at all. But if the donor is positive, if recipient is negative, there will be the problem. So, negative blood group people, they can donate to positive blood groups also, as well as negative blood groups. So AB negative people, they can donate to AB negative and AB positive also. Next, O positive blood group people, they can donate to A positive and B positive, AB positive and O positive, not to negative blood groups. Next, O negative blood group, they can donate to A negative and A positive and B negative and B positive, AB negative and AB positive and O negative and O positive. Okay. So now we have understood who can donate and who can receive. Here, these are the donor blood groups and these are the receivers blood groups. Now I think you have understood who can donate the blood and who can receive the blood, and which factor the blood can be donated to other people, and which things are to be taken into consideration at the time of blood transfusion. I think friends, you have understood this very clearly. Still, if you have any doubts, please give your valuable comment in comment box and keep watching my channel. Thank you very much for watching.